I'm going to show how to install the open source Java development kit. We will be using, this is for the Mac. There's going to be another video for Windows. So if you're a Windows user, check out the other video. And if you're a Mac user, stay tuned. So the first thing is we need to download the installer. So let's open up a browser and search for open source JDK, so Java Development Kit. And that takes us to Open JDK, which is Oracle's open source Java Development Kit. Now the problem with going right there is that it's not the most user friendly. There's actually the one that I want you to use, well, depending on how much pain you want to have. The easiest is to use this one right here. It's called Adoptium, and these are pre-built binaries. Now you just have to be a little careful. So it figured out I'm on a Mac, but it thinks I'm on this other architecture. This Mac that I'm using right now has the Intel chip, so this won't work for me. But if I go to other platforms, then I can find the right one. Okay, so that's the wrong architecture. Notice they have them for Windows and Linux and Mac, but if I go all the way to the bottom, here's my Intel one. Now notice that there are two. There's a JDK and there's a JRE. What's the difference? We want the JDK, the Java Development Kit, because we will be developing Java, not just running Java. So there's a tar gzip file here and a package file. The easiest is the package. So we just sort of click on it and it downloads. Then you do generally want to do the checksum thing. So they even give you instructions here. On the Mac, there's a command called shasum. And so that's what we're going to be running on our terminal. Now, if you don't have the terminal, Apple in their wisdom has decided to keep it well hidden from you. But if you can't find it, open up Spotlight and search for terminal. And when that happens, it will come up. And then that's that little black thing. Back in the ancient days, this was all we got on these computers. But since we'll be using, make sure you keep it in the dock. Let's keep it in the dock. Okay, so let's just follow this instruction here. So we have shasum -a 256. That tells us how many bits we're going to use. All right, now where the heck did they put the file? Well, on Macs, they're in a directory called downloads. And here's the one that I have, and here's a little trick you can use. Just take the file, drag it into the window, and then it gives you the full path to it. And so what it's doing is it's computing this hash code, and we want to make sure that it matches the one that, so when they created it, they said, okay, here's the hash, and if anybody has messed with the download, then even by 1 bit difference, this will be completely different. And we notice, and after the first dozen or so matches, then it's generally okay. So this shows that we have, our download is actually okay, and so we can go ahead and install it. And to install it, we simply double click. That's why we're kind of doing all this stuff, just so we can double click the whole thing. And you've all done this a bazillion times. And we'll install the software. Okay, once the password. And it's there. We can keep it. We can move it to the trash. It doesn't really matter. But what we want to do is let's quit our terminal and reopen it just to see. And on the command line, we type Java-version. And it went out and found it. Now, On Windows, this is a little bit trickier, but on Mac, it seems to work just fine. And so if you've made it here, then you have successfully downloaded Java. Congratulations.